season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Devin Duvernay.
One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Ravens. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Robinson up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
They'll go play action. Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
17 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both
points on their opening drives. Now, they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Powers through.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Now a 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Howell. Complete, it's Dotson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for a Washington.
And Howell will throw it.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Was trying to find Jahan Dotson.
And it's 2nd down.
Hey, look at this Baltimore defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Howell. That one is slant to McLaurin.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Now Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Robinson on a give right side.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mitchell now off the option.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The Ravens in trouble to start play, 6 and 8 on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
First down, here's Mitchell.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Another run with Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Wait, ready?
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Christian Watson,
his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Holding offense.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Ricard going to get it on the option. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 19.
Now Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Howell. That is caught.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
On 1st down, Howell. Going right back to Dodson.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Howell out of the shotgun.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
1 second, all that remains.
They'll start out here with the option left. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Robinson.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's another Washington Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Howell from the gun. This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Powerful running.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
Commanders 13.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Now an option play on 2nd down. They'll pitch it out to Mitchell. Down the right sideline.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Now Jackson going to take off with it.
And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket. He tucks it and goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Back to throw, Howell. He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's Howell to throw on second down. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
They'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll make this. So they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
An option give now to Mitchell. And he stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was really a big 3rd down conversion to get this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson forced out to his left. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
He'll buy some time right. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
2nd down, Howell back to pass.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. They'll wind up getting just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Johnny Smith. Incomplete. Marcus Williams on the coverage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing here, Howell.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 75 yards.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, wide to go. We get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson options out left.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 40 yards.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders.
Down by 15. Just over a minute 40 to play. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10.
Howell to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Howell.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. Throw right side, complete to Dotson.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Now 1st and goal. And Howell will throw it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Now they're going option play on 3rd down.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback.
And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was
a mistake, for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just
and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
40 yards.
And the Ravens tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special